Hello, what's up? How we doing? Welcome back to Nature Inspired, and we are still at our sorrel plot. As you know, we are taking a break from peppers, doing a little bit of crop rotation, and so we decided to go with sorrel. It's been doing well so far. Biggest concern, however, is the biggest concern for us right now is the reaping stage, because we all know that sorrel is very labor intensive when it comes to reaping, because it has to be picked from the field and then also has to be plucked, so we have to remove the seeds before it can be sold. But this plot was planted in mid-May, and so we planted seeds at that time, and that was mid-May, and they came up about, most of them came up about 2 weeks later, right?
Yeah.
So they are about 6 weeks now, these plants, from coming up. Some of them did come up much more delayed than that, and even now we still see some seeds that are coming up. But as you know, we did some transplanting for some of the sections that didn't have any plants, and for the most part those plants are up and running. They are, we know the transplanted ones because of the sizes. They are much smaller than the other ones, and they kind of a little bit yellow in the leaves because they're still coming up. But like this one, just barely yellow. It's not as dark green as the others, but we know that this one was transplanted, and so what it could now it catch. But the others they're spreading out, branching out. You notice that we still have some seedlings coming up even now at the roots. But this, for the most part, most of the big ones that we see, they're about 6 weeks. Mid-May. Yeah, about 6 weeks.
6 weeks after germination.
Yes, post germination.
With 8 weeks seeds in the ground.
Yeah. The standard is that they should start flowering about 8 weeks based on research.
8 to 10 weeks.
Right, so I guess the next 2 to 4 weeks we should have some flowering happening. So being our first time planting sorrel, we're actually also learning as we go along, and some of the things that we didn't expect, or what we want to call wins so far, like the size of the trees. Sheldon say he thought that they would just grow straight up. Usually you just see them grow straight up for the most part with a few branches.
Yeah.
But when you look at something like this and they're just branching all over
at 6 weeks.
At 6 weeks, it is encouraging. We hope that it's a good sign.
And this is one plant, right?
Yeah, this is one plant, and we really hope that this is a good sign for us. Yeah, it's one plant. Okay. Look at all the branches and it's thick. So we hope that this is a good sign, and it's an indication of how the plant will produce as well.
Good yield.
A good yield. I mean, look, most of them that were not the transplanted ones. Like you can see these smaller ones, they're recently transplanted.
Yeah.
This one. Even that one was transplanted, you know. Can you see the dry leaves on it? Look on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can know the ones that were transplanted because they had some of the leaves, they dry up.
Because of the stress.
And it's not fully green back yet, but
it's coming.
And the stem is like it kind of pale compared to the others. You see, color?
Yeah.
So yeah, but the other ones, they're actually looking very good, especially after we remove the excess from the root. Take out some of them, they just spread out. So it's encouraging so far. Another win we want to say is the sorrel crop. They seem to be very
responsive
to treatment, and to fertilizer. When we get on the fertilizer, they just spread out. They just get big.
You must
and
confess
more branches
that
and more leaves.
the first 4 weeks we didn't give them anything.
No, we never give them anything.
Because we were struggling with the weed.
But them take them time and come up. They were still coming up.
Yep.
But with the fertilizer,
There's a difference.
like
2
you
weeks,
see,
3 weeks now.
huge difference in what, 3 weeks
Yeah.
or 2 weeks? How
I
many
would say
times
3
fertilizer?
weeks.
32?
3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Right. So, and at this stage, we're giving it high phosphorus, some nitrogen,
A small amount
and a
of
small
potassium.
amount of potassium.
But we still balance it with magnesium sulfate so that that can bring back the acidity in the soil.
Can control it.
We can control it. We can manage it.
And help they say magnesium is supposed to help the plant take up the other nutrients.
Yes, and that as well.
Right. So we're doing that, and we also do some foliar when we treat the field. We add some
Micronutrients.
foliar to in terms of micronutrients. So we're trying to maintain that. So as you say, like it's responding to treatment. May I try to find one of the plant with the curlies.
Oh, what
It really does respond to treatment. Look at this. One plant.
to the edge.
Oh dear, sir.
Yeah.
One. So we were noticing. Yes, one of this.
No one.
Yeah. So we're noticing that some of the leaves they started curling. Usually when we come and shake the plant, we kind of test if we see no insects flying off, and that's how we know that we're having some pest problems. But like this one, the leaves start curling, but when you look at the new ones, they're coming out straight. So we know that the treatment is working.
I treated it recently.
Right. So that's a win. It responds well to fertilizer and it responds well to treatment.
And just want to add that whenever you treat the field, there's this thing called re-entry period. Pay attention to that, because if you treat,
on the bottle,
it's usually on the bottle.
and it's for your own safety.
Yeah, so once you apply that spray, the re-entry period is 2 or 3 days. You try not to go back in the field within that time period
Interact with the plant.
or interact with the plants. So yeah.
One other thing I find fascinating though is someone had commented that sorrel, if you just take off a piece of the branch and replant it,
Yeah.
it will grow. So I tried it, and
Really?
that catch. That is it, and it's up, still green. I'm assuming it has roots now. I don't want to take out it and disturb it, but
We'll watch it.
yeah, but it's coming up. It's holding its own.
And get a nickname. Yeah, call it.
Sorry.
Sorry. Alright.
We have evidence that there was a cow here. Alright, so one of the challenges that one of the challenges that we want to mention is the water settling in the field. If you look in the furrows, well, there's a few of them, we have some water settling. The sorrels are on the bank, but we are still a little bit concerned about the water, because based on what we're learning, sorrel is sensitive to water settling, and we don't want to cause any what's that now, fungus.
Yeah.
So right now we're going to
Soil-borne fungus.
yeah, soil-borne fungus. So Sheldon is, I take the back seat in this round, and Sheldon is going to be clearing out a section, make what we call a trench, so that the water can leak out.
Leak out.
What was it? No leak, it not gonna leak out? Run out?
Channel.
A channel for the water to pass through.
Yeah.
Alright, sir. Don't burst it, wasn't it? Come in, no way I do. Right, so we have a kind of elevated area where the main drip hose is on. So he's kind of breaking through that to allow the water to pass through and not settle in the field. I think they call that proper field hygiene. So we just want to make sure that we don't have the water settling, even though they're on the banks, so it shouldn't be, it's not at their roots, but we're still a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah. And if it rains, you can get rid of it quickly.
Yeah, if the rain comes, then the water can also how much percent not leak out? Run off.
Good drainage.
Okay, so we're creating an enabling environment for good drainage. That's correct?
Yeah, it's good.
Go on, big man.
Back there.
Bulldozer. You think I see this? I don't think this I need no more. Come up here and clear that now. Right up this on the top. May I say right up there? Can't pull it to the side over here. I have to still have your instructor, you know. Jesus. No, you want to tell me say though.
What? I'm telling you. The next one.
What about right here, so? So it's two sections, the one that we just did and this one down here. This part, well, the two sections are a little bit lower than the rest of the field. So the water tends to settle. So we just want to give it a little escape. Alright, poor man, leave that.
Oh, what is that?
That's the one, just leave it. It's easier to bring down this a little more, right? And that was just so? Just gonna dig it, make it get lower. Leave this one.
But I have to back up.
Oh, okay.
No, let it run out.
Move that something there. You have to drive over it. So I say right there, so. See right there, so? Could have go down a little more so the water they might come, so. Right under the hose, so. Just kind of scrape it out.
this section now.
So one challenge that we faced again was the weeds. So because we planted the sorrel seeds, not seedlings. We think that because of that, the weeds were growing at the same. The plants didn't have any jump start on the weeds. So the weeds, they would come up quickly more than anything else. So they came up, and then it really affected this section, which was the last section that we got to weed out. So because of that, we had to do a lot of transplanting in this area. But
So 90% of this
yeah,
was transplanted.
right. But somebody did plant whole heap of seeds in the holes.
Praise
So
God.
we had extra.
You know, say ingenious idea.
That are just lazy. So it's fully covered now, this section. So we're just waiting for them to come up and to look like the ones at the front and the ones at the back. And we are confident that that will happen
In short order.
in short order. So we'll keep you updated on this section. But the other challenge, as we say, is the weed. And going forward, what we want to do, we want to try to plant seedlings, so at least they would have a little lead on the weeds coming up.
So that's the pro in planting seedlings against planting seeds.
Next step, we're going to be
Well,
removing.
before that, weed control was a huge challenge. But no, it was. When we had to clear the entire plot, that was ridiculous. Back pains and time consuming. And because of the weeds, a lot of these plants were not doing so well. But
yeah, so you find that they were stringy, very tall, because they were trying to outgrow the weeds, the ones that did come up. But now everybody plant out, and they're just waiting for them to get that good footing, and just spread out. So there are still some plants that has excess in the roots. And what we're going to be doing now is continuing to remove those, and we're transplanting them to another plot, plot 4. So you get an update on that as soon as we do it. And we'll continue to monitor the weeds. We have to, we recently went through with some finish to burn through, and we're going to continue to do that every other week at most. And just to try to control the weed before it gets out of hand again, as we can't afford that. Also, the plants they're a little bigger now, or they are much bigger now. So the weed, they kind of cover the section around them, so we don't have much weeds directly at the root. So that again will help us in terms of, we'll just be able to spray like around them and in the furrows to maintain that weed control.
what's your experience as a female on the farm?
I think it's different than a male's experience.
That's like, what's challenging? Is it the strength that is the major weakness?
That's ironic. Yeah. We can't do anything else you can do, except if it requires strength. I'm sure you have strong females out there who can probably do everything that you can.
True.
But I'm not strong, so I have to be creative.
But the point I'm
You can
making,
carry a bottle upon a spray.
3-gallon pan.
Yeah, so because I cannot manage the 5-gallon mist blower,
Yeah.
I got myself one that holds 3 gallons that I can manage. Right? So you still have to be smart as a female. You make it work for you.
Well,
You can't use your spray pan better than me and my normal spray pan.
the point what I try to make is there is no difference.
Okay.
It might take a female a longer time because of the strength deficiency.
Plus, me know something as a female on the farm. Me think different than a male.
Also,
More innovative. more strategic. Like tell us we can take out them sucker here, can go up a platform. But you weren't thinking about that.
I was thinking
No,
about it.
you weren't. Like the female touch, females think different. So we are gonna look at the bigger picture. We are gonna look at the innovative ways of doing things. So we can do it just as good as a male, maybe better, only because I'm strong. So I still have to make you tag along with me.
But listen to my strength now. You may want to lose focus at times.
But you too.
No, but I would ensure that if we're here to weed, let's just weed.
Oh,
And get
we
that out
want
the
the
way.
1 million things.
Yeah, you want the 1 million thing at the same time.
Yeah, because if me there so and me a spray and me say one weed, me I want dry it out.
No, just get rid of the spraying. Then I can go back and weed. Just focus. So there's a balance that is needed.
Yeah, I need a balance.
See that now? Yeah, go mash up this poor
Because
little
a
plant.
female, me know so me can use one stick clean my shoes. Your shoes still full of mud.
Yeah, and as a man, I don't have to clean the shoes because eventually the mud them might drop off.
Whatever.
But the point is, whether you're female or male, farming can still be done.
Anything at all in life. Gender don't matter. You get creative and you get innovative and you make it up.
Okay,
It's what you want to do.
of course. And even as a couple.
Sometimes you have to. Can I bring the men along with us? So they don't feel, what should I say, inferior, for want of a better word. So let them feel like they're a part
Alright.
of the greatness.
And as a man, I'm not argue, just allow you to think that way, you know? So.
You know, true.
This one was recently transplanted along with those beside it. So that's how it's looking after transplanting. Notice the stem and the leaves are of a palish color. While this one came from the seedling state, seed state. So you can see the stems are darker, the leaves are deeper green. So we expect that within a few weeks, probably 2 or 3. This one by next week. By next week. This one start looking like this one. These were all transplanted. So within the next 2 weeks, up here, we're hoping should be looking like down there. Oh yeah,
Mud.
put on your water boot.
Alright, so let me say again. So far we planted these 8 weeks ago. They came up in majority about 6 weeks ago. So they're about 6 weeks old. We had some challenges, or we anticipate some challenges. Well, there are some challenges like water settling in a section of the plot that we're trying to rectify. Also weeds are a problem. And I don't know. And
Just to keep on top of the pests and the nutrients.
to keep on top of the pests and the nutrients.
But compared to the Scotch though, the response pests and nutrients.
So far, I can't talk confidently yet until we reap.
Yeah.
So far, they're much more respondent in terms of.
Responsive.
All right. Yes. Thank you for that small correction. So they're much more responsive. As it relates to management of pests and also nutrients. So yeah, so far so good. And this section right here, next week we're going to show you again to see what the progress is, because we're hopeful that it will start to look much different by then. All right, so again, thanks for watching. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Remember, for those experienced persons, we're always open to your comments. Drop your feedback in the comments. Give us some tips. We'll be happy for it. And especially for the weed management. And continue to like, subscribe, and share. And see you next week. Bye.